It's what's in your wallet.
I'm so old.
I'm going to give it a 1 out of 5 explosive hot dog carts.
Ritualistic blood magic.
Laser shooting chesty statues.
Don't watch movies unless we tell you to. Welcome to Movies with My Best Friend Phil, a movie podcast for two people and two people only, Craigie and Willie.
Hey.
My two best friends, Craigie and Willie.
That's
Craigie, how's it going today?
Great. I don't think I've ever heard anyone call Will Willie before.
Willie. Yeah, it's not great.
No, I don't think so.
Willie
Willie
Chodes.
Ew.
That was...
Willie Chode or Willie not?
Yes. That sucked. In high school
Will,
with that
I
name.
am so sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Craigie Nor.
I mean,
My mom and dad named me Penis.
Yes. I mean, did you have friends unless your friend group made you feel way worse than any bully could have?
Yeah, it's the only way to
Yeah.
relate at the time.
I don't think, actually, to my friend's credit, Phil and you guys, I don't think you ever called me Willie or Chodes, really.
No, honestly, that was low-hanging fruit for us.
Yeah.
We went for like...
I also kind of owned it for a while.
We got deeper on you. Our burns were much worse.
That's true. Yeah,
we hurt the core
to me,
of you.
It was It was like when I was on sports teams and the older kids learned what my name was. They'd be like, "Hey, Chode Smoker, Willie Chodes," and stuff like that. And I'd be like, "I fucking hate you."
Yeah.
They're like, "Why didn't you do well?" I'm like, "Because I want our team to lose. Because I hate all of you."
Oh my god! You know what people would call me? Phil,
Yeah.
Phil, yeah.
Kessel, PK,
PK. That's not too bad.
Sweet Philly.
Fill up my cup is
Fill up my cup.
that's not even anything though.
Philly
No,
goat.
it's good though.
It's pretty good.
Phildo.
Phildo.
Yeah.
Oh
I
yeah,
was
remember
okay
that.
with that one,
Yeah,
though.
Phildo.
I
I
like
forgot
that one.
Wildo. I don't think.
No,
Doesn't
because
work
you
as
called
well.
me Phildo, so
Oh,
it
wait.
didn't. I couldn't throw it back.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Anyways,
Oh, friendship.
yeah.
Yeah.
What were you saying? Somebody was saying something. No,
no,
they
I
weren't.
think we're
I
done.
think no one was saying
just-
anything. I
just-
think that's probably
just
Craig. If you want to take us out, I think that's the end of the show.
yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, no one's going to hear this because Will's
you for
going
liking
to
and subscribing
accidentally...
to the podcast.
Shut up.
Yeah, I'm gonna accidentally delete
You're going
it.
to actually delete
Accidentally
everything.
delete it.
Yeah, it's really
Man.
funny when Craig tries to like throw blame on someone else because
Nope.
it's just like clearly it was
Craig's fault.
Craig's fault. We said it.
My foot
at
came
the
over and
intro.
just pressed the button.
Yeah.
No, I like how I had, like, for once, I had a pretty long beginning thing. I'm like, all right, let's talk. And I was talking, and then Will's just like, yeah, I don't like this.
Yeah. So for the listener who doesn't know, if you listened to last week, you realize part of the episode was missing, and the part that was missing, Craig wanted to talk about Looney Tunes. So we talked about Looney Tunes for like
A
Way
half
too
an
long.
hour.
30
Yeah.
minutes.
Like maybe 45
Yeah,
minutes
so that's all
longer than
gone.
I wanted to.
Because it was Craig's idea, and I was like, you know what, I don't like it. No, I was
do
no.
this.
When I found out that part was missing, I was a little heartbroken. I was like, oh man,
Yeah.
it was a pretty good conversation.
Yeah.
Oh, these things happen now.
So let's do it again. No. Okay. No, don't do it.
Toonie Loons.
Tony Lance.
I wanted to do kind of a soft recommendation
Mm.
Ooh,
outside
I
of
only
everything.
like my recommendations rock hard.
rock
Yeah,
hard.
I don't mind a semi-soft sometimes.
Yeah, that's fair. I
Yeah,
like it
sometimes I can get the-
semi-hard, not semi-soft. If we're
Oh,
like,
okay, yeah.
splitting the field goal.
Before we got on the pod, we were talking
Not
about
the same.
sports
Ew.
and how much Will loves it.
Yes,
Just Will
I do.
loves
I'm a big
sports.
old sporto. I know all the teams, all 11 of them.
So out of the three of us, I think I have the most.
You're literally wearing
Yeah,
a
you're
Detroit
wearing a sports
Pistons.
shirt.
Wearing a
I'm
Pistons
wearing a
sweater.
rainbow hoodie.
I'm wearing a gray sweatshirt.
Yeah.
Which is not the
I have a dog.
antithesis.
I have a dog.
It's
I have
true.
my dog on my hat.
You do.
I'm not a sportsman.
Oh, wait. Oh, no, I'm not
no.
wearing my Seattle Sea Dogs hat.
So let me just say that I have been a fair weather fan for most sports.
I meant Portland Sea Dogs, not Seattle. It was just the alliteration.
Oh,
Never
okay.
mind. In case anybody listening.
What sport is the most fair weather? It'd be like one in the fall, probably.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
No,
What a stupid thing to say, Phil.
Have you met me? It's like 70% of what I say.
No. You should just feel bad about that one. I want you to stew in that a little bit.
Nah.
My grandpa loved watching the Tigers.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, in his lifetime, they actually won a few championships in 68 and 84. But they were terrible when I was a kid. And so I just remember that's a nostalgic thing is watching. No, it's not basketball. No. Tigers is baseball, Phil.
Oh.
Did you ever go to the game in the old Tiger Stadium?
Yeah, where there was just like post right in front of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I took my grandpa, well, my mom did. I didn't. I didn't have money. Anyways, my mom, like we all took my grandpa to like one of the last games there for that season. And we thought like, my mom was like, oh, he's going to love it. He's going to be so great. And he was just annoyed how bad the Tigers were the whole time.
Yeah.
I was like, huh.
And the Red Wings are great in the 90s. I remember really getting into that.
Mhm.
Yep. That was the one and only time in my life I was into sports.
Yeah.
Yeah.
97, 98, baby.
The year we graduated high school, the Red Wings won the Stanley Cup.
Mm-hmm.
I remember I went downtown and went to Hockey Town and watched the game. Like they have like big screens there. We can just watch it.
Yeah, we went to the parade for that one.
Yeah,
that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And so like the Red Wings, that's definitely I was in and out, just depending. Like even when they won in 2002, I was not at a place where I was like paying attention. In the Lions, it's really if they're in the playoffs, I'll watch them. I mean, I watch the Super Bowl and that's about it. But football's never been my thing. Basketball, on the other hand, I always had kind of like a foot in when I was a kid because I liked Grant Hill when he was on the Pistons.
Mm-hmm.
And then he got traded away. And then, you know, a couple seasons, it was like Jerry Stackhouse and, Ben Wallace. I know everyone's eyes are glazing over right now.
Mm-hmm.
They're just names of men.
They're just names.
Just saying some male names.
But when they won the championship, like that season, I had started watching them. So I really got into them. And, you know, it's easy to like a sport when your team is the best.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
for sure.
They went to the Eastern Conference Finals, which means they were like one step away from the finals for 6 years in a row. So like they were very good. You know, they only won the one time. They went to the finals game and then game 7 the next year after that. But, you know, it was really good. And then for the last 18 years, it has been nothing but misery.
Mm-hmm.
And I've watched almost every season and just been like, yeah, this is it. Like, there's something about you're born in a place, and even if you aren't a fan of that one, like, for some reason, you just attach yourself to a team. Like, this is my team, and they'll always be my team. And 99.9% of the time, your team sucks ass.
Mm-hmm.
And like the Bulls, you had the 90s, and everything was great. The Bulls have not been, like, really anything since the 90s. You had a little bit of Derrick Rose, and then that was it.
I remember that.
Do you, Phil?
No. But I'm trying.
I know. And the Pistons 2 years ago had the worst record, one of the worst records in basketball. They lost like 28 games in a row. Like really, really bad. And I just couldn't watch because I was I'm like, I can't. You know, it sucks to watch your team just do poorly. And then last year, they were doing quite a bit better. They got into the playoffs, and then they got knocked out by the Knicks. And this year, they're the number 1 seed, and they made it out of the first round, but it was close. They went down 3-1, and they came back, which is rare. Only 15 teams have ever done it. So my point of saying this is, it really sucks to be a sports fan because it is just highs and lows.
Yeah. Feast and famine.
Oh man. Cause like there's days where I'm watching YouTube videos and listening to people and I'm like, yeah, this is great. I'm listening to like everything they did right and the reason the other team sucks. And trying to find a level-headed person talking about sports is really, really hard.
Really?
Oh, I bet.
Yeah. Because most of them are just like, the general, especially on message boards or anything on Facebook.
Everyone thinks they know what they're talking about. Is what you
yeah.
mean? Oh yeah.
The term is you don't know, like you know ball or you don't know ball, and everyone is just like it's a conspiracy. That's number one.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Vegas called. Someone got the call and they need to make the spread. So because sports gambling is so big now, everyone just assumes that everything's
A
rigged.
huge monster that is.
It's a huge problem.
Destroying whole swaths of the country. Yeah.
So thank God
it's our new opioid epidemic.
Yeah. Luckily, never got into that. And I have no desire.
Yeah.
But
you have to like win at like gambling in order to like be like to feel the addiction of it. And I've never won at gambling ever in my life. And I'm like, this is the most boring video game I've ever played.
I've been to the casino like 3 times, and I think I won money all 3 times.
Never won money.
But I can't go because I would probably just keep going.
Yeah. Especially with the way money works nowadays, where it's like
not real.
It just doesn't feel real at all. Like I just like keep looking at my bank account and like looking at how much a Switch 2 costs and just going like, this isn't going to change this. This will barely do anything to this. And then I'm like, but it will make me play more video games. So then I don't buy it.
No, Peter was playing something on his tablet. It's called like Geometry Run or something like that. But it's basically like you hit the button and you jump over things.
Yeah,
sure.
And it's an addictive game because it's easy to lose, but it's also easy to feel like you've made some progress and you can do it. You're this close. And so I was trying to teach him something which he doesn't like.
No.
Let me just say he does not like what he knows he's getting a lesson. I'm like, oh, this is like gambling. This is why you're getting so this is why you're getting so upset about this. Because he has a very long history of getting extremely upset about losing at video games. And so
me too.
I mean, that's the difference between I'm running into that with Jack and Sean is Jack. I can't get into video games because he doesn't like the feeling of losing.
Yeah.
And he's finally getting old enough that he's like, he can do it physically with his fingers and stuff. But he doesn't like when he loses, especially if he loses to like his little brother.
Oh, no. It's
and Sean, on the other hand, just like is in last place constantly when we're playing Mario Kart, which is an amazing game to play for 3-year-olds because all you have to do is turn the wheel. We have these like fake plastic wheels that you pop the Joy-Cons in and you just turn the wheel and the game does everything else for you.
Yeah.
So, but Sean will just be in last place the whole time. He doesn't care. He's making up his own story. He's like having fun, just doing his own thing.
Which is great.
Yeah.
Peter, on the other hand, we can't play, like when you play with him, you have to, like your job as the person playing with him is really hard because you have to make sure he wins.
Yes.
Which is you defending him against everyone else.
Yes.
Which is a lot harder than it sounds.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And then
especially with Mario Kart or something like that. Yeah. Because that game is so random.
Oh, it's so random. Yeah. You never know what's going to happen. Yeah. And, I've accidentally won before and that was unforgivable. But like we can't play that with more than one kid because someone's got to lose.
Yeah.
And it's really bad.
Well, because the other thing is like when Jack does win, he'll then sometimes, I mean, he's 6. So, these are kids, but he'll like turn to Sean and Sean will be like, yeah, I won too. Like, you know what I mean? Because Sean doesn't really or care. And Jack will be like, no, you didn't. You lost. You came in totally last.
It's like, please shut up.
I'll just be like, dude. Like,
No, Peter can't help himself.
Yeah. Well, it's the impulse control of being 6 or, Peter's like, what, 9?
He's 10.
10. Okay.
Yeah, but extreme ADHD where he's just like, I have to feel something right now, so I'm going to cause everyone to melt down.
Yeah.
This is good for me. It feels great.
Yeah.
So I'm going to poke the bear. I don't know
how we got here.
Well, we were talking about sports and then sports gambling and then gambling went into video games. But yeah, Peter did not appreciate me trying to teach him a lesson about, hey, this is probably why you feel bad. and let's try to regulate that. And here's ways that you can calm down. He's just like, in his own way, saying, fuck you, Dad.
Yeah,
I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
I just like this. I'm going to crash out now. I'm like, buddy, please.
Yeah.
Anyway, in the last week, I felt so good and also so bad because they were like this close to losing. The Pistons were.
Mm-hmm.
They had to get 3 games in a row they had to win, or else they were done for the whole year. And there's this weird, like, again, when you're pinning any sort of metaphysical hope onto something that you can't control, and then also after it, you inevitably will lose because there's no way they're going all the way. Everyone online is going to make fun of you and your team and make you feel like shit for even believing it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't know why I do this to myself. I almost was like, just get it over with. Let me get on with my life. So yeah, I'm wearing my Piston shirt. They're playing the Cavs right now. And I'm not going to look at my phone at all. I'm just going to talk about movies because I care about you too. And I care about movies.
Yeah.
And I do need to check my phone for something though.
It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah. No, it's fine. Will's on his phone like all the time when we play.
That's
when
true.
We record.
Well, that's true. Sometimes I am working like on the podcast because I'm like looking stuff up.
Yeah.
I am
Delete
also
this section.
playing games.
Definitely. Yeah, definitely.
I'm also playing games.
Definitely.
Sometimes. Yeah.
Definitely.
Because it's mostly it's your fault for not having a more engaging personality.
Yeah, your recommendations are boring, Phil.
I don't think Phil's having a good day, so I'm gonna move off of Phil. Speaking of having a good day and gambling, oftentimes when you gamble, you have to bring something out and put it. You have to.
It's a wallet.
That's right. It's time for the segment where we reach deep into our best friend's pants and whip out some recommendations. It's what's in your wallet. Phil, you haven't spoken in a while, and
yeah, we were talking about sports and having kids, and
sorry,
neither of those locked
Phil.
me in.
Yeah, sorry.
Neither of them.
Yeah, it's just,
Might as well have been talking about poop. Oh wait, I would have been interested.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it is funny how much I disliked when people talked about their kids before I had kids, and it is now something I need to talk about now that I have them.
I need it on the record that I actually don't feel that way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I just remember like the first time you met Peter,
and
you were just like, "How do you do, sir?"
I shook his hand.
I'm like,
he was like
boy.
5.
Hello, young one.
Yes. Oh boy.
Yeah, don't know anything about kids. Now I know a lot about kids.
Yes.
Anyways.
I don't have a lot. I've been painting a lot of little guys, freaky little guys.
Oh yeah.
I painted some recently. So Steve had done this like big armored gentleman. But you can't see his face, but he painted him as like a corroded rusty bronze
Nice
thing. And it looked really, really cool. And I was like, okay, how did you do that? Give me like your recipe of doing that. And so he gave me all the steps that he went through. And so I went out to the game store like a couple days later and I got all the paints to do that. And then I had 4 little D&D figurines that were that I got from Etsy that were animated armor. So there's like no guy in it.
Yeah.
Lore wise. It's just a suit of armor that started moving around. And so I painted them to look like that. And I feel like that turned out really good. It was really cool. You do like, so his order of operations was like a dark blue green. And then you do this effects paint, which is where the like corroded comes from. So you paint it on, and it's like kind of a thick, chunky paint. But as it dries, it turns into that like green corroded, gross looking paint. And it looks really, really cool. And then it's called dry brushing. So you get like the tiniest bit of paint on your brush. And then you like wipe that off on a paper towel or like a palette, so that there's like almost nothing left on your brush. And then you kind of brush it back and forth over the model and just the tiniest little bits.
Yeah.
get on the like raised parts.
Yeah.
And so you end up just putting like a little bit of a sheen on there. And so it was the effects paint and then like a darker metal and then a brighter bronze with like 2 steps of the darker metal, do like a medium heavy dry brush. And then the light gold, you do like a really light one. So there's like not a lot coming in, but you get like some of the gold and some of the shine, and it just looks really cool. And it's fun to, it was nice to like have a recipe to follow rather than just trying to make it up as I'm going.
I was going to say that is one of the things that is so interesting about like when you like whenever you try to like I used to draw a ton as a kid. You know, I still draw occasionally, but like whenever I like I'm self-taught. You know what I mean? No one told me how to draw Goku. I just looked at a picture of Goku and tried my best.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And just like got better at it. And then it's like once you start to get older and you realize like how much people use like little tricks and like it's essentially technique. And like once you it's something I went through like with video, like doing video stuff. It's like, yeah, once you just like kind of learn like how to cheat it in a weird, and it feels like cheating and it also feels like a magic trick because you're like, oh wait, if I just like do it this way, it's actually easier in a lot of ways. But like, yeah, so I don't know. It is funny because like I feel like that is such a barrier to entry with people when it comes to like doing art or anything like that. Like I hear it a lot with like the guitar or something like that, where people will watch me play guitar who can't play the guitar and they say something like, I could never do that. I'm like, yeah, you could. Like, you absolutely could. It's just half of it is muscle memory at this point because I've done it so much.
Yeah.
And then the other half is just like, you just cheat. It's never as complicated as you think it is, you know, because like when people are doing like a guitar solo, they're not like, they didn't like memorize this whole solo. They're just going like pentatonic scale into a different type of scale.
Wouldn't it sound cool if I did this?
Yeah. Wouldn't it sound cool if I did this? And also I'm just doing, and then they'll tell you, they'll be like, oh yeah, I was just doing Lola. I was doing, you know what I mean? I was doing a solo that somebody else did, but we're in a different key and I have a different effect on and I played it faster. So, you know what I mean? Like, so I'm just doing something else. Yeah. Because with music, there's only so many notes, you know, and that, it's I don't know. Anyways,
you heard it here first, folks. Will says there's no creativity left in music.
Absolutely not what I'm saying. I'm saying everything is a remix, so you shouldn't feel bad if you're an artist and you're sitting there going like, I shouldn't do this. Somebody else has already done this. Yeah, of course. But you've never done it, so do it. Anyways, that's the kind of stuff I needed to hear as a kid. Instead, I heard, well, you're going to end up homeless and have no money if you even attempt this.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, cool. This is setting me up for success.
And so you did it anyway.
So I painted those freaky little guys.
Sorry, Phil.
And then I painted I finished some other freaky little guys today.
Nice.
That are like goblins riding. They're from Age of Sigmar, which is Warhammer esque. But it's goblins riding on freaky little monsters. And I went through like I put like a lot of effort in. And I went through like the real dark coat first, and then you do your mid-tones, and then you do your highlights in a much brighter color. And I feel like they look really cool.
Yeah. That's cool.
It's the way that like that I've done it with the like Warhammer type guys that I have is that like I did a bunch of them like 6 or 8 months ago. And then I painted a bunch of other stuff. And then now I've gone back to finish up the like base army that I have of these goblins. And so it's like there is such a clear difference between the ones I painted like 6 months to a year ago. And then the ones like I just painted today. And if you set them side by side, it's like, ooh, I should really redo that other one because it kind of looks real bad. Now, I'm not going to because I do not care enough, and I
but it's kind of cool to see
other stuff.
You know,
but, it is cool to see like, oh yeah, I still like that, but I can recognize that I thought that was good, and now I think this is better. Just more depth to it and more. So it's fun. It's super relaxing. And the world is terrible, so it's nice to have a relaxing little hobby.
Just draw little monsters and goblins.
With
Not
freaky
draw,
little
color,
guys.
Color freaky little guys, yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I've got. And I'd love to hear from Craig next.
So this is a kind of a joint one.
Oh, Craig smoking weed.
I'm smoking.
Hey.
So
Doobies.
Phil and I purposely left Will out.
Yeah.
We did.
Okay.
Now, see, he's going to hear it and he's going to...
This might be the second time in a row this has happened, but it's
He's
fine.
going to understand why.
Okay. You saw a scary thing.
We saw a scary movie that you would have peed yourself. So
hey, now hang on. I've never peed myself. Okay.
Ever?
Ever?
Well,
in your entire life?
No, probably not. Well, obviously not, because I was a baby at one point.
So you're lying.
I guess I am. I would just have nightmares. Okay.
Yes. Yeah, this one was pretty freaky.
Yeah, this was
pretty scary.
Yeah. Hokum.
That's got Adam Scott in it.
Yeah.
Man, I want to see that because I love Adam Scott.
Oh,
he's really good in it.
He's good. He's also an asshole most of the time. So
I love him when he's an asshole.
Exactly.
He's my favorite when he's a jerk.
Damian McCarthy is the director, and I honestly don't remember. It's one of those things where I thought Phil had recommended his films to me, and then it wasn't him, and I think it was Stacy, but it might not have been her either, so I don't know where this came from.
Maybe it was on a list I sent you and I hadn't seen it, because I feel like I send you a lot of lists.
You do.
That are like, hey, I've seen some of these, and you're like, I've seen some of them.
Yes.
Sometimes they match up, sometimes they don't.
So he's an Irish filmmaker, and his first film was Caveat, and the next one was Oddity. And, it's definitely one where the original film, his first film, Caveat, was very low budget. There's really only one location, maybe like a secondary just for some, cleanup shots. But, there's not a whole lot in terms of budget, and there's not really a lot that you need to do. Oddity is another one where there's really like 3 spots: the store, the hospital, and the house.
Yeah.
And that's about it. But he has a real good feel of, we're living in a world where everyone is used to like James Wan's films, those kind of jump scares. And a lot of times people have seen those jump scares from Insidious and The Conjuring, where you kind of can see them coming. And I mean, that's been happening for decades.
Yeah.
Where you kind of know where to expect them. So when a filmmaker is able to, one, still make it scary when you know it's coming, and also just make it come out of nowhere. Especially when it's a scene where it's just a person walking from one room to another, and then just something very scary happens, and you're not expecting it. And Phil had mentioned after we got out of the movie, it's like It Follows.
Yeah.
There's a few times stuff like that where it's like, okay, this is, it's a safe location. Nothing seems very out of the ordinary. Then just something happens that drives it up to, 1 million on the scare scale.
Yeah. There's a way. The one that I was thinking of from It Follows, and the one that it was compared to in this movie, there's a way that something in the scene moves in a way that feels like you should have known it was there, but you didn't, and you let yourself feel comfortable for a second.
Yeah.
And it's just like how the characters feel. And I think that's where, for me, like I like a slasher. It's fine. I like I won't say modern horror, because modern horror, we're now back in like art house kind of vibes, but like the horror like slasher, like cheap horror.
Yeah.
Those are fine. They're fun, but they've never ever scared me or had an effect on me. I've gotten the jump scares. Sure. I've gotten startled. But I've never like felt truly unsettled. until the like modern horror renaissance that we're like still in somehow, that's been going on for like a decade now.
Yeah.
Of just like, we've got so many good horror movies. And Will, you and I talked about this, is I feel like horror is like one of the places where you're still seeing so much like wildly innovative, lower budget
it's
things.
sort of like the step up from like, well, used to be like, if you were a filmmaker, you got your start with music videos or horror movies. You know what I mean? Like, and like, it's like horror movies are just, they're just accessible, and you can, as long as you can do tons of stuff, as long as you scare people, you know what I mean? Like, it's got one thing you have to do, and it's easy, unfortunately, for all, to be like apolitical in that way. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to like it's almost like safe in a weird way. Horror is, as long as you do like vague Christian overtones, you'll be all right.
No sex, no drugs.
There's an Instagram, he's probably on TikTok and other things too, but I know him from Instagram, Curry Barker, who just does these like, he was doing these bizarre sketches with one of his friends, and occasionally they'd have other people, but there was just like really strange, absurdist, silly humor that was like right up my alley. And I was like, I love this. These guys are idiots, and I love this humor. And then also, he's just made like now 2 feature film horror movies, one of which did really, really well, which I haven't seen. I think it was Serial was the name of it. And then he's got one that's about to come out.
Is it the Obsession?
It might be. I'd have to,
because I think I know who you're talking about, but yeah, the one that's coming out in a couple weeks.
I've sent you a million of his reels, because they are so funny.
Because I know it's a guy from Instagram.
Yeah,
I saw
Milk and Cereal and Obsession.
Yep. That one looks good, and so I think we're in this weird not renaissance, but we're in a weird place where, YouTubers and like people on social media, in a good way, are crossing over in low budget ways, because you have like like Markiplier had Iron Lung, and
Curry Barker is from. Sorry, that's a bad
idea.
Yeah. Okay, sorry.
Like the Philippou brothers from Australia had talked to me, and
God, that movie was so good.
Boy, bring her back. So you're getting people who they have enough. It's not like they came out of nowhere, and you have to like really put your best step forward to get noticed. Like, they have that built-in kind of clout with a certain group of people, so you have some built-in audience, but you still have to. It's hard because YouTube is not a legitimized compared to like movies,
right?
It's not like, you can't really compare them. You can see short movies, short films on YouTube, and it's a way to get some notice, but it's not like, it's really not the main way. I think it's getting that way. That's become the pipeline. Like Will said, that used to be horror movies and music videos.
And commercial work maybe is still an option for some people, but yeah.
And Patrick H. Willems just came out with a very good episode about the death of that pipeline of music videos and commercial work.
Yeah. I mean, this is happening through every industry is going through this, where it's just like, oh yeah, that ladder you used to climb? It's gone.
It's gone.
That ladder is gone. You can't climb up it anymore. And it's like, it's everywhere. It's happening. And Hollywood is just the one that we talk about, and the one that I kind of think about all the time. Because in a weird way, like, I am sort of in the industry in a peripheral way, but it's like, yeah, like they don't bring people, you don't go up the pipeline anymore. It's a bummer.
I'll go up your pipeline.
Thank you. I've been waiting.
So anyway, Phil, what's the basic of Hokum?
That's what we were talking about.
I'm sorry. We actually had a movie.
Adam Scott's a writer. He's bringing his parents' ashes to where they honeymooned in Ireland. And then that hotel is haunted by a witch.
Hate haunted movies. Hate them. Hate them. Can't watch them. So
this one is so good.
Yeah.
And it's one of those, and I've all three of his movies. There are certain like set pieces that just fill you up with so much dread, and segments where you just can't, like the movie forces you to look.
Yeah.
Like something bad is about to happen. You're just like, it grabs onto your face. Like, you're going to see this happen and you're not going to like it. But, and there's, a lot of references to the older movies. Phil and I had talked about this.
He's got such a unique, like,
visual language
where like he keeps quoting himself. When we watched the second one together,
but it's
like,
not hackneyed.
Yeah, it's not like you see bits from. Honestly, it feels like don't make fun of me. It feels like jazz, where like you'll have an artist
have to make fun
that
of you.
like you've got somebody who is doing a solo on a completely new tune that's totally different than anything they've done, but they're quoting other bits that they've done before in a solo, or they're like reworking pieces to fit in this new context. And there's a lot of like little bits, little freaky little guys, like cursed objects. There's a lot of like things like that. And there's a lot of there's a crossbow in all of them, or just the first and third?
I think it's the first and third. There's a bit more similarities between the first and third movie.
But there's just a lot of stuff like that like finds its way into 2 out of the 3 or 3 out of the 3 movies. And it's really cool to see like a director with that auteurness, where it's not like, I didn't know this guy before these movies. He just like showed up with this like fully baked vibe.
Yeah.
That just seems to get bigger budgets and remain cool as hell.
Yeah, and the fact that he's gotten a big name actor in there, it does put more pressure on this movie to succeed.
Who's the big name actor? Is it Adam Scott?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, compared to what he had, which was
compared to what he had before, and also Severance, big.
No, I know. It's just,
but yeah,
he's a big name TV actor.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, yeah. I mean,
he's been in plenty of movies.
I know. I love Adam Scott.
Yeah.
I just
sounds like you don't.
I know, but like again, when there's no one from the other movies, like I think like the first movie were a couple of his friends.
Yeah,
it felt like that kind of situation. But oh shoot, there was something else I was gonna say.
They're cool. Go watch them and then talk to us about them.
Yes, please go watch them. There's just enough of, if you like folklore, like Irish folklore, there's enough of it. A little less than the first movie, but like the next two, you have a golem. This one, it's ghosts and witches, and it feels you feel Ireland in it. If that sounds strange, but
absolutely,
it doesn't feel, even having Adam Scott in there, it's not like it gets Americanized. There's definitely, it's a stranger in a strange land situation.
Well, you said the guy who makes him, he's Irish, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
What do you
oh, God.
What are you feeling? What are you vibing?
What am I vibing?
What's vibing in you?
Yeah. Literally nothing. I finally beat Hades 2, and then I beat it again,
nice.
and then I beat it again, and then I beat it again. And then I beat it again a few more times, because that's how those games work. And I think I finally got like the quote unquote true ending, like the one that you're supposed to get to. And then I was like, oh, there are still a few more things I could do. And then I was like, I don't think I can play another second of this game. So that game was real fun. I definitely recommend it, which got me playing an old game. So this is what I've been up to. I don't really have a recommendation. I've been playing Immortals Phoenix Rising. I don't know if you guys ever...
Oh, yeah. How's that?
I watched Jack play it, and it looked great.
Yeah, it's basically... It like right after Breath of the Wild, there was like this weird sense that like every game was going to do Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
And then they just didn't. But this game is...
Except Breath of the Wild did it themselves.
Yeah, and then Breath of the Wild did Breath
and then
of the
they
Wild.
did it again.
Yeah. But
And
no,
we loved it.
So this game has that, like, you can go anywhere, you can climb anything, you have a stamina bar, you have health, you slowly but surely, explore this
Don't call me
world.
Shirley.
Surely. And yeah, but what made me want to play it again is just like the Greek god stuff of it all, because like you play as a main character who is freeing the gods from Tartaros. No, not Tartaros. What's the bad guy's name?
Cronus?
No, it's not Cronus. It's the father of all, Typhon, the father of all monsters.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, who is trapped in Tartaros.
Tartarus.
Which is like one of the levels of hell. And
It's the stuff you get in your teeth when you don't brush them, right?
Yeah, that's right. Anyways, and so yeah, so you're rescuing, Aphrodite and Hermes and all that stuff, and you fly around, and it's fun. It's fun. It's a vibe. It's one of those games where it's like there's so much to do that if you're like me and you're obsessive, you can feel completely overwhelmed by the level of like just things.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm playing it differently this time, where I'm just doing the story, and I'm just going around, and I'm just having fun trying to.
Let's check on Will in a week and see how he's doing with that way.
Yeah,
of
I'm
doing
probably just going
things.
to quit it. I probably will start to be obsessed and then quit it.
I gotta get all these collectibles.
But yeah, no, it's a Breath of the Wild meets Assassin's Creed meets Greek.
Little God of War.
No, I'd say almost no God of War. I mean, in the sense that it's like got Ares in it and like Greek gods and stuff, but there's like no like God of War is like really serious. You know what I mean?
I meant more like mechanically, like fighting. Kind of.
Yes.
Is there a
really
sex
play
mini
it.
game?
Yeah, there's no sex mini games yet that I found, but you can't. Well, the game is kind of neat because you can play as a guy or a girl, and you can switch at any time, and which I always think is fun.
Oh, what are they trying to say with that?
Well, they might be trying to say a lot because you can put a beard on the girl and stuff. You can do you can have the male a voice on the female character, a female voice on the male character.
That's fucking cool.
Hey.
And I
That's me.
and I like that. That was truly the first game I ever played where you could do something like that.
That's pretty fucking cool.
And I for a while was playing as like this, the female with the male voice, a giant beard, and I was blue, and I would just
What's this called again?
Immortals: Phoenix Rising.
We're like Immortals Wokeness Rising.
Boom.
Honestly, yeah. The worst part about the game is that it's made by Ubisoft, and
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, they suck. And so like, there's you go and talk to Hermes, and he's like, hey, do you want to buy all of like every month we have a new every week we have a new thing that you can new skin for your this and that and the other, and you can spend real money on it. Do you want to? I was like, no, why? Would not? Why? Why would I do that?
Yeah, this is not in game. What are you talking about?
Dumb. Like so that's like one of the worst parts. And also
if you do microtransactions, you support Epstein. So, there's that.
Yeah, because he's got a micro penis. What's that got to do with him?
Oh, there's in the files.
Yeah,
there's evidence that he was part of the like early ideas of putting microtransactions into games.
Cool. So he's like literally the devil.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we already kind of knew that. Anyways.
Yeah. The other stuff is obviously worse.
Yeah. It is.
No, this is the worst.
No. But it's like literally everything. He just makes every idea. Like I can't even play video games without fucking Jeffrey Epstein making it worse.
Yeah.
Jesus. Anyways. But yeah, no, it's fun. I don't know.
Yeah. It seemed like a pretty cool game when Jack was playing it. She enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah. Did she ever beat it?
Oh, yeah. She does not finish a game.
Oh, she doesn't abandon. She's not.
No, not really. She only plays games that she knows she's going to like, generally speaking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But she'll pick a game and then stick with it until it is like 100%ed.
Yeah. The thing I do like about this is they did take the Breath of the Wild element of like, you can go wherever you want and, and it kind of scales to you, but you can find yourself in an encounter you're not prepared for. But you also have like, how like you can just like, house like 40 apples or whatever. And they have that in this where you can just like, use items that are slightly precious, but you just buff your stats. You're like, oh, like I turned the corner and like Medusa was just there, and she was like a tier 4 bad guy, and I'm fighting maybe tier 2s. And so I was like, okay. So I just like buffed myself up, and it was a hard fight, but it was like, I don't know. I liked that it didn't like, because some games will do this thing. They'll be like, you can go wherever you want. I'm like, can I though?
Yeah.
Because I shouldn't.
Yeah. Like I'll turn a corner and it'll be like, oh, here's a level 99 guy. I'm like, okay, so that's not me being able to go wherever I want.
Yeah. It's like Elden Ring.
That's you putting invisible walls in a different way, Yeah. Yeah. Anyways.
So can you make friends in this game?
Yeah, I mean, I think you do kind of, you end up befriending the gods and things.
Would it be like Phoenix and Icarus?
It's more Phoenix and Hermes and Phosphos.
Okay, so
Phoenixy and Hermes.
Now, if we were to translate that into like modern names that are a little more suitable for our audience's ears, what would we be thinking?
I'm
Gregory and
I think Mikey and Nicky.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's right. We watched a 1976 American crime drama film, Mikey and Nicky, which is written and directed by Elaine May. It's starring Peter Falk and John, say it for me.
John Cassavetes.
The running time is 106 minutes. Budget is $4.3 million. I did not see how much it made at the box office. I'm not surprised.
It did bomb, is what I heard.
Okay.
Yeah,
that makes sense. I don't know. 70s is an odd time for movies. How do you think this movie is sitting on Rotten Tomatoes, Phil? Yeah, this is a tough one. I
saw it by accident yesterday, so I can't participate.
79.
Absolutely unbelievable. So unprofessional, Greg.
I'm sorry.
Is it higher than that?
Actually,
wait. Give me a higher or lower, and I'll go through like
higher.
A couple of higher. 88.
Oh, nailed it exactly.
Yep.
Okay,
you actually got both. It's 88 in the for the critic review and 79 for the audience.
Okay.
Yeah. So there you go. You knew exactly what it was.
I know everything. Craig,
you picked this movie.
I want to say, why'd you pick this? But also, my first question is, what is this, and how did you know that it existed?
Yes, exactly.
I mean, it's one of those movies. It's a Criterion, so it's kind of in that weird.
So we have to give it 5 out of 5.
Yeah, it's one of those you have to give it. No, there's the funny thing when people say, "Oh, it's a Criterion film," it's like, like Armageddon was part of the Criterion collection.
As it should be. There's a lot of
just significant movies. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's basically what they said is, as long as it does, it can be a bad movie, but as long as it's an interesting one that is it lands what it's going for.
It's like the Library of Congress, but for movies.
Yeah, so there's going to be some very strange ones on there, but for the most part, there's a lot of auteurs on there. In this one, I probably just saw it on some list, and sometimes I'll just go on Letterboxd and see what people have been watching lately. And so this one has been on my radar for a while. Elaine May, I don't know if she's not a very, popular director, and it's one of those where she did The Heartbreak Kid. They made a remake with Ben Stiller a couple years ago. What she's probably most known for is Ishtar. So, do either of you know Ishtar?
The name sounds familiar, but I know I have not consumed it.
Will, I feel like you would know
it
at least.
Medicine?
I know the name.
Okay, Ishtar came out 1987. It was a extreme flop.
Oh.
It was Dustin Hoffman and Warren Beatty, and so it basically killed her career.
Oh.
And so she doesn't have a lot of films. I think there's only like 4 of them. But which is too bad because I like this film a lot. And it's one of those where it's very much entrenched in the 70s. I know we were trying to get out of the 70s, and I drug us right back in.
Were we trying to get out of the 70s, Craig? Would you put yourself in that category of trying to get us out of the 70s? Would you say that you, Craig,
No.
were trying? Okay, all
No.
right. I just wanted it, on the record.
No, we
Oh,
were
man.
we were stuck in there for a bit.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I just looked up the premise for Ishtar. And it
Yes.
sounds awful.
It's
like-
one of those, I think it's like Heaven's Gate, where after a while people are like, no, it's
Yeah.
not that bad.
Two terrible lounge singers get booked to play a gig in a Moroccan hotel, but somehow become pawns in an international power play by the CIA, the emir of Ishtar, and the rebels trying to overthrow his regime.
It's just like a hat on a hat.
It's like too many things going on.
Yeah.
No, we were in the 70s, and then you guys got depressed, and you decided to go with movies that you knew were going to be, you knew anything about, and I'm like, I'm going to throw a curveball at you guys again.
Well,
So,
it's fine.
Will,
Yes.
how did you feel? Initial thoughts?
Okay. Initial thoughts is it had the vibe of like, I don't know, the Craig, we've talked about this at length, but it's like there's like something about like the 70s and movies, which like every movie that came out I watch feels like I'm watching something that somebody told me to watch because it's like a great movie. Do you know what I mean? Like it feels like every movie that came out in the 70s ended up on someone's best of list, no matter what.
Yeah.
And so it definitely feels like a movie that I would watch in like a college course that we would then talk about afterwards, because it is very much a like character piece. It's a movie. So quick sort of short synopsis. This is a movie about two men, Mikey and Nicky. And Nicky, yes, Nick,
Finally, they made a movie about two men.
yeah, about damn time. And they're white too, thank God.
One's Jewish, though.
One is Jewish though. Well, but it's a movie though, so that's not that outrageous. Was that anti-Semitic sounding?
Yeah, a little bit.
I mean, it might have been on the border.
So they are childhood friends, so
Yeah.
they've known each other
Yes.
for, that's an important part of
Yes.
this.
So Nicky is in a hotel room, kind of like losing his mind, and so the plot kind of comes piecemeal. But basically, Nicky has stolen from some people he should not have, and he's asking his friend Mikey, his like childhood friend, who he's known for a very long time, like basically the last person he can trust, because he believes he's going to be killed for stealing this money because they found out that he did it. And then
they also killed the other person.
they killed the other person who he stole with. So Nick is very much paranoid. He invites Mike over, and it's basically like from there, like the evening unfolds. It's very much, I kind of liked the sort of filming device of it all happening basically in real time over the course of one night. It's always fun to like put parameters on a movie and like work within it. Like there's one scene where they're like Nick is like, they're going to go out into the lobby, and Nick's like, here, you go out first. And Mike's like, why? And he's like, because they're expecting me. And he's like, well, then they'll shoot me. You know what I mean? Like, and they like talk for like a while. And he's like, here, I'll wear your coat. But he's like, okay, but if I'm wearing your coat, then I'm going to need your gun. And they like talk and it's like a full conversation, almost like it feels almost improvised at some point. But
So
it's a movie
everything was improvised, basically.
I mean, I believe it. And
Yeah.
it feels very natural in the way they talk. And yeah.
So sorry to interject. There was
you
like,
do the thing that you do on a podcast.
I know, 10,000 feet of film. Like
Oh, wow.
it was
Okay,
like
that
10
makes
hours
sense.
because
Yeah.
she would just let it go. Sometimes they ran out of film and she just would like not stop them because
Yeah.
she just wanted them to
get these ideas
get
out.
these
or whatever.
ideas out.
Yeah.
But it's one of those where like I probably could have been able to tell you that if I was better at like looking at those things, but like especially at the graveyard scene, like that's definitely ad-libbed. You can kind of tell.
like you can kind of tell when a movie is ad-libbed or sort of improvised when the takes are very long. when like moments last for a long time, because it's harder to cut an improvised film than it is to cut something that isn't improvised, because you're like, you know what I mean? Like the next thing has to lead into the next thing in order for the scene to make sense. And how do you take out sentences?
That's a good point.
You know what I mean? So like that makes sense to me that it was very improvised. But I think I like that. I thought it was fun to watch. And, And as the movie went on, I found myself liking it more.
Mm-hmm.
Phil, how did you feel about this movie? I queued you up right before a big yawn.
Yeah. Thanks for saying big yawn.
Big yawn.
It makes
Phil.
me feel good. I really liked it. Honestly, I went into us watching this and I was like, oh God, I don't want to watch this. I was like,
sorry.
Yeah, I was like, I've never heard of this movie. I'm grumpy. I'm not in the mood for this.
You don't trust me at all.
And then, no, this is about me, not about you. I was just grumpy and I was like, oh, I don't want to watch this. Whatever. This is going to be bleh. And then also, it is a strange movie. So like we were watching it and I was like, I can't tell if this is bleh or this is amazing. Yeah. And I think overall, I really liked it. I think this was like an excellent film.
Yeah.
I think there are definitely parts where like the ad-libedness or the like, not the premise, but like there are parts of it that kind of don't hit as well. But I think that causes the parts that hit to hit harder because it feels so like true to the moment and like real in a way where like it does feel like the lines feel just awkward enough that it feels like a real person is saying them and it's not just, the standard acting kind of thing. It's almost, is it proto mumblecore? No, but it has elements of like mumblecore. I've only seen a few mumblecore movies, but like the whole premise there, the whole premise there is that there's a vague idea for the movie. Yeah. There's like no script. It kind of just unfolds as it unfolds.
I feel like people have been I thought it was weird when that suddenly like popped up in like the 2000s. Because I had heard that, I'm like, haven't people been making movies like this for like forever?
So what's a good example of a movie?
Yeah.
It was something like Red Puffy Chair or something.
Yeah, it's all the Duplass brothers.
The Duplass brothers.
I heard they did, yeah. But like every time I saw one, I was like, I don't know, it was just weird that they, like, it's suddenly like, oh, the Duplass brothers are doing a trend. And I'm like, but people have been making movies like this for like, I don't know. I feel like
oh yeah, but that happens all the time where like people forget the things have been.
It just felt weird to me that they were suddenly like, I think that's something that an advent of the internet is like, everything has to have like a name. Yeah. So like, and then you can say, I hate that thing. And then you can no longer be anywhere near whatever that is. You know what I mean? It's just, it's kind of the death of art. Anyways.
So let's talk about some of the characters.
Phil, did you say that you liked it though? I can't remember if you got to that conclusion.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I got to that before we derailed.
Okay. Good.
So Nicky is John Cassavetes, so he's kind of the main driver of the whole thing. He's very manic at the very beginning of it, and it's one of those where like he's a little too crazy at the beginning of it for you to be like, oh, I'm on this guy's side. Like,
well, I think that is the fun trick this movie does.
Yeah.
Is you start off and you're on Mike's side. Because Mike is the guy coming in who played by
Peter Falk.
I'm sorry, did I interrupt you? Are you sad
now? No, I'm sad because the movie does trick you. Like, Peter Falk's character Mikey is like, he's the stand-in. Like he's the level-headed one. He's the nicer guy, he's got a wife and a kid and everything. And then as the movie goes and goes, you see the layers of this character peeled away, and he has just as many insecurities, and he's just as bad of a person.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. So I think we need to spoil this movie a little bit. So if you have any interest in watching it, and I do suggest that you watch it, it's an interesting film, and I think it's more fun if you go in cold. So we're in spoiler town. We've we left the milk out on the counter, and then we went to work and we came home and
we drank it anyways.
We drank it anyways.
Chunky.
It was chunky, but it was spoiled. We're in spoiler town. But so basically, it starts off and Nick is like, I can't trust anybody to Mike, and he's like, and you're on Mikey's side because Nick is acting very, very crazy and paranoid, and he's sitting there going like, how do I know? Nick is saying, how do I know you're not going to be the one who's trying to kill me? You know what I mean? And you're like, yeah, he's not. He's his friend. Of course, he's being paranoid. And then as the movie goes on, you discover that actually he is. Mike is trying to have Nick killed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so now you're sort of like flipped on. You're like, oh, well, now wait a minute. But also as the movie goes on, Nick is still erratic. And he's basically, you see him just like using and abusing other people. You know? And so like Phil, I think you said at one point you were like, this is like a Lenny from Mice and Men situation.
Yeah.
Where like Peter Falk's character, Mike, is like, Nick might just be better off dead. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then, so they go to a bar and who is the other actor who's in this who played Lotso Huggin' Bear?
Plays Lotso is not Warren Beatty, but Ned Beatty.
Ned Beatty, yeah.
Yeah.
Ned Beatty is also in this movie playing a very haggard hitman he was my favorite character. There's a couple scenes where he's like in the car. He's like, oh God, this is supposed to be an easy job. And he's like, I couldn't find parking anywhere. I could have paid for a driver, but then I wouldn't be making any money off of it. And it's just like him like whining about the nature of like contract work. Really said something to me. I like that part.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. So like they go to this bar, and they do this fun thing where like Nick is like, what is it like? Like, no, Mike says, I have to call my wife. And Nick is just like, call your wife? Why do you got to call your wife? Because he's paranoid. And he's like, oh, you're calling. You're going to tell them where I'm at. And he's like, no, I'm not. And then we cut to Mikey talking to his wife on the phone. And you're like, oh, see, he is talking to his wife. And then you realize what he's saying is he's giving his wife an address of the place that they're going. And you're just like, oh, wait a minute. He is telling them where they're going. Yeah.
Because the wife's then relaying it to the hitman.
Yeah. So the movie, I think, takes this turn where they kind of like go around. They go to like a bar, an African-American bar where Nick says a bunch of really racist stuff and almost gets killed for it. And then they go
Probably should have.
Yeah, one of Nick's like girlfriends. So Nick is a philanderer. I was like, Philippander for what is it? Yeah, philanderer.
Yeah, because he's married. Yeah, but he's married. Like strained.
Yeah. And he like it's one of the worst seeing things I think I've ever seen in a movie. It's very uncomfortable.
Oh my God.
He basically is like he basically like coerces this woman to have sex with him like in front of Mike. It's not cool. And then he's like, Mike, it's now your turn.
But the fact that, again, so this scene's happening, you're already uncomfortable watching this. You guys were very uncomfortable. Like
I did not like this part.
I didn't like that part at all.
So yeah, it's a challenging movie at times, and this part is, you're uncomfortable watching it, and you kind of miss the fact that Mikey could have left.
Yeah,
and even when he's in the kitchen. He could have gone to another part of the kitchen, but he sits himself right where he can see them the whole time.
Yeah.
It's a little strange.
Yes. And at this point, you're mostly on Mike's side, you know?
Well, so I don't know if you guys remember before they went to her place.
Yeah.
When they were on the bus, before the weird scene where they couldn't go out one door on a bus because that was where people go in.
Yeah.
They were talking about like. Mikey said something about, oh yeah, now you got me thinking about like my wife and my kid. And then Nicky was like, oh, you want to go see the girl?
Yeah.
So like from that point, okay, because then you see it in Mikey's face. He's like smiling. He's like, yeah. It's like, he's not going there for like good conversation.
Yeah,
he went there with the intent to take his turn.
Yeah,
and it's super gross.
So
it's very scummy.
Yeah. So Mike is like goes to like take his turn, and she is not the type of girl Nick is saying she is. And she's like, no. She says, no. She like bites him when he goes to kiss her. Anyways, they leave because she says, get out of here. You guys are gross.
You're skipping over the part where she gets also battered around by them. So there's a lot of physical
ladies
abuse in this too.
Yeah. Anyway, so then they go out into the street, and there's like basically the best scene of the movie, where they basically Mike basically gives the audience his motivation for having Nick killed, which is that like this guy is supposed to be his best friend for all these years, and he is basically, he's calling Nick uses people. He uses people. He spits them out. Mike gave Nick this nice job, and then Nick like is making jokes about him at his expense and stuff. And, it very much became, you see the reality of their relationship. And it felt very real to me as somebody who's had like lots of male friends who I've gotten along with really well, and then also felt resentment towards, and also brothers, where it's like you have these long-term relationships where you're like, oh yeah, well, you were supposed to be my best friend and you did this. And it's like, oh, well, I was supposed to, you were supposed to be my best friend and do this and all this stuff. And
you can tell Mikey too has a lot of insecurities because he's talking about how Nick has all these friends, and he's like, you did that on purpose with the
girl.
Gosh, what is her name? I don't want to be dismissive and just say the girl with Nellie.
The broad.
The broad. I was fine with that. I don't know. Is something wrong with me?
And so he's like, you knew she was going to do that. And so you were just showing that you have the ability.
You have the ability.
Yeah.
To make me look foolish.
Yeah. And so to him, he's being used.
There's also another moment where he's like talking about, Nick is talking to their boss at like a bar, and Mike comes up to him and says, hey. And then, Nick turns around and says, oh, hey, how you doing, Mike? Blah, blah, blah. And then as Mikey's leaving, he says loudly, like, oh, he didn't even take my order. And the joke, and Mike is like, I can't believe you said that. And he's like, I said that for you, man. I said that because I thought you would think it's funny. And he's like, no, you said that because you thought, you know what I mean? And it's like this insecurity. Yeah. And you're like going like, well, did he say it? Like, who was the joke for? Anyways.
Yeah. I like the idea that both of them are unreliably narrating this film. I've talked about it in therapy where like you have this with like long-term relationships, you have these roles that maybe you started in, and maybe you don't feel like you are that now, but that's kind of where you at. Like stuck. If it's somebody you see, long-term relationship, but you don't see them often. As soon as you get back into a room with them, you then are in that role.
I mean, it's more prevalent with like older aunts,
Yeah.
You like hang out with your aunt and she's like, oh, I know you hate Brussels sprouts. You're like, I do.
Dude, did I?
That's all you remember about
me. Oh, yeah, you came over once in 1994 and you didn't like them because I boiled them.
I was like, when I was 11 or 7 or something. Yeah.
But this movie kind of reminded me of that, of like, both these guys, I think, are playing a part that they don't want to be playing anymore, but they kind of keep playing the part because it's the only thing they know within the confines of their friendship and the terms and conditions of their relationship.
Yeah.
So it's a really interesting, because we also don't get the truth.
Yeah.
We don't know by the end of the movie. We don't know, because I was also, when they're in the graveyard scene, when Mikey's talking about his parents and his brother, Nicky's like, oh yeah, I knew your brother. And he's like, you knew my brother? Like, you, like, what? And he's like confused, and it's a really interesting, like,
he's like, oh yeah, you did know. You're like,
is he?
Well, and the flip happens earlier when he was, Nick is talking about his mom's funeral, and Mikey is like, I was there, and he's like, no, you weren't. He's like, yeah, no, I remember I spent all day with you, And then we went to the, So they both like do that where it's like, no, you're not a good friend. It's like, no, I was there for that.
I was there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I wonder like, and obviously we'll never get it, but like the thing that I really enjoyed was that I was wondering like, what was their relationship like when they were younger? Like, because they talked about Mikey's younger brother who died. And in my mind, I'm like, I think Nicky's supposed to be younger. It felt like that, at least in their relationship. So I'm like, was he friends with the younger brother?
Yeah.
More than he was with Mikey. And then they're just together because of like, they lost that person. And so they each lost that person. So they're trying to find something within this movie says a lot without actually saying, it's very abstract and like, it doesn't say any of this explicitly. You're kind of just left with sort of, an abstract or like what's art style with
impression.
The impression. It's almost an impressionist thing where like you're left with the idea of this movie and you're kind of given the opportunity to sort of see what you see in it, which is really interesting.
And I think what's very interesting, like, so the thing I also really liked is that after this happens, right? They get in this big fight, right? And they start saying things about each other. And like Nick, it sort of says like, Mike, like you're not easy to deal with either because of this, that, and the other. And the whole time Mike has been sort of the like, they're both these guys are scumbags, but Mike has seemed like more of the like level-headed one, the one with like, who seems like the most quote unquote normal. And so then once they split and Mike is like back with his boss and with his wife and with his what was the killer, the hitman, you see Mike differently because the way he acts around everyone else, he's so insecure and like
keeps talking about his watch
and talking about his watch and like sort of like he doesn't dismiss
it. Was his dad's watch that he gave him.
Yeah.
Yes, we know.
Craig.
Oh my God.
But he didn't give it to him. He gave it to his brother who died and then he got it.
Yeah.
Which is like, that scene was like, I was like, oh.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
It was so
so
bad.
So like you get this sense that like, oh yeah, he I thought he sucked when he was before, but like now you see that he's like, he's hard to deal with as well.
Yeah.
Because, when he's standing next to Nick, he seems good.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Almost. Yeah. I don't. I think it's a really good character study movie. Yeah. Anyways,
Nick, the part that really hit me is when they're in the graveyard and he says, he's talking about how like the friends that you have when you're a kid, it's a shame that like everyone else is dead. Like all of our other friends are dead. And so like I think in a way he's trying to convince, I think part of the time he knows that Mikey's part of this. That's why he keeps like, we're going to go here.
And going somewhere else.
But also he's like, isn't it like if we don't have each other, then no one knows you anymore because no one knew your parents. They didn't know your brother. They didn't know you as a kid. Like your wife doesn't know.
Well, yeah. As it turns out, she didn't even know he had a brother that died.
Yeah. Like
and he says, "Oh no, my wife loves when I tell her stories about when I was a kid and stuff." And he's trying to tell the story, and you can tell that she's just like, "Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great, honey. Oh,
well,
yeah."
She's also walking on eggshells around Mike.
Yeah.
When you finally see him interact with his wife Annie, I think.
Yeah.
And where she's just sort of like, she's like just kind of saying pleasant things, and he's like, blah, 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 and he like kind of shuts her down, and she just immediately pivots. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like at one point, like he said a detail early on, and then he says it later, and she goes, "Wait, what?" And he goes, "I already told you." She's like, "I'm sorry, I forgot."
Oh, it's the echo thing.
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh, do I repeat myself?" She's like, "Oh, I'm not sure." He's like, "Well, actually, like really listen.
Like listen to what
I'm saying."
Yeah.
Yeah, it is really interesting the conversation in the cemetery. I feel like is the movie.
Yeah.
Like that conversation is just the microcosm of the movie. Where like, do you even know yourself outside of the lens of someone else.
Yeah.
how
Like,
you
which
see
one is the-
yourself.
Yeah. This movie is,
It's a good movie.
it gets better the more we're talking about it.
Yeah,
And
it's
I was
very
like,
movie as art sort of movie,
Yeah.
while also remaining fairly entertaining.
yeah,
Mhm.
it's a competent, just like movie
Yeah,
that exists, but then it also is like, it's got some heavy themes and stuff that you can really dig into if you want to.
yeah,
Yeah.
So,
I mean, it's just watching, like, for Mikey, watching this friendship, like, die
mhm.
a very painful death.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Nick will not let this go.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, he is just desperate to
Well, that's
hang
just-
on.
which is, ironic or heavier with the spoiler alert ending of the movie where Nicky is gunned down on Mikey's doorstep
front porch, yeah,
Mhm.
while they're not looking because they're blocking him from entering the house.
yeah,
Yeah.
But they know that it happened because obviously he's getting shot at their front door.
Mhm.
And it is like, for a scene where they're not seeing, we don't really see a lot of his death. We see like the initial shots,
Yeah.
but it's not like an overly dramatic him dying.
Yeah.
It's a pretty hefty death to watch. It's
Yeah.
pretty uncomfortable.
Well, it's because he's pleading for his life right beforehand as
yeah.
well.
That too.
Yeah.
But then it cuts to inside and you're watching Mikey finally
Yeah,
dealing with the repercussions of what I don't know if he set it in motion or he helped facilitate it.
yeah. Well,
and he knows that.
Yeah, yeah,
I think, because he, at the end, when he's with his boss and the hitman, and they're like, oh, well, you go home and we're going to have him follow you. He's going to,
Yeah.
park out in front of your house. And he keeps coming up with reasons. He's like, oh, there's a patrol. You can't just park there. He's like, oh, well, he'll go around the neighborhoods. Like, no, we can't do that. So he's trying to shake this guy. And so in this weird way, he's trying to protect him at the same time, I think. And so the movie kind of,
He even says, like, right at the end when Nick's at the door, he goes, "Run, you idiot, run!
yeah.
Don't stay here."
Because if he lets him in,
Yeah, then he's
Then
dead
he's
too.
dead.
Yeah,
so I don't know how much of this is he feels trapped, like his own animosity, but has caused this to happen too. But at the same time, his boss, like he's part of this low-level mob, whatever
Yeah.
this thing is.
it's like a bank mob thing.
And so he feels like he can't get out. He can't stand in the way or else he's dead. And so he's going along with this to a certain extent.
Yeah, and it is kind of interesting because at the beginning of you almost watch them switch spots in a way where it's like Mikey starts off the movie saying like thinking this relationship is over, I'm going to do this.
Yep.
And then like maybe halfway through he starts changing his mind almost. So like at the end you do kind of wonder like where is his mind
Yeah.
at the
Mhm.
end? Does he regret this? Because he's listening, like, yeah, you can hear him like kind of like, I don't know. It's a cool movie. I don't know about cool, but it's an interesting movie.
And so, you don't quite get it, but I feel like there is a little bit of that when Nicky interacts with, is it Nellie, the girlfriend?
Yeah, that's what you said.
And then
earlier.
his wife. We didn't even talk about the time where he goes to his wife.
Yeah,
And
that
both times,
made me very uncomfortable.
any interaction that he has with a woman
Yeah.
makes you very uncomfortable because he is just such a narcissist
Yeah,
and he is so manipulative that he gets both of them by the end of it because he goes back to Nellie
yeah,
and he's like, oh, I'm doing this to apologize. And he's still just making this woman's life miserable. But at the end, both of them are just like, oh, it's okay. Like basically you can't tell if they're doing it because they actually
yeah.
feel for this guy because they're being manipulated into doing it.
But
And-
she, what's interesting is I just realized now she confirms that he did do it, knowing that she would turn Mikey down.
Oh, yeah.
Because you find out later, he's like, she's a girl, she sleeps with everybody. And you find out later that she's like, you told everybody I slept with these guys, and I didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, they tried to sleep with me, and I said, no, you cannot sleep with me. And so, like, yeah, he did do it to,
Yeah.
yeah, because Nick is
He's
the
an
worst.
asshole.
Yeah.
He's the worst. Sorry,
Uh,
I just,
No, it's the abusive, but always come in like, oh, it's okay.
yeah,
I love you.
yeah,
I love you, baby. And he's doing the same thing to Mikey.
Yeah.
He's,
Look what you're doing
being
to me.
Shitty, and then he's begging.
Yeah.
And he's just like, no, you can't do this to me. And
think of me. You didn't think of me.
Yeah. And just like, it's painful.
So narcissistic.
Yeah, it's painful when he's begging to get into the house, but even like it feels like 10 minutes of Mikey trying to walk away from him on the street, and he just keeps following him, and he keeps just like pushing him, and it's painful.
Yeah.
It's painful to watch. But yeah.
Ugh, what a movie.
What a movie.
Yeah, interesting one.
What a movie that if you were to give it a certain number out of a certain number, Will.
Yeah.
What do you think you would give it out of what do you think you would give it?
I am struggling to think of how this movie, because I feel like with my scale, I think because I think this is a really competently made movie. Well, except for the amount of shots that were out of focus.
Yeah.
I point and the number of extras who look directly at the camera,
or the boom mic that came into the shot.
Yeah. So it's not super competently made. It is a good movie though, and I feel a little bit like a movie professor to like recommending it, because it feels like a homework type movie. It's like, hey, for a rip-roaring good time, don't watch this,
Yeah.
Which is usually more of my type of movies, which are the ones like, oh, it says interesting things and it's fun as hell. But I think I am going to give this movie 5. It's hard. It's very hard to talk to a dead person. I have nothing in common.
Yeah.
Out of 5.
There's some really good lines in this.
Oh, sorry, Phil. I took your quote.
I'll go since he's. I was before we talked, I was at about a 4.
Same.
And then I bumped it all the way up. I'm like, no, it's
a good movie.
It's a really, I've warmed to it quite a bit. 5 out of 5. She's buried next to some Irishmen. It's like, this is a Catholic cemetery. They're everywhere.
It's funny too at times. Yeah. Especially
it had some genuinely hilarious lines. The one that you said, I feel like I was losing it at that point. That was such a good line.
And that's an ad-lib one.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. That's just that whole thing where he keeps laughing at inappropriate things like his brother being dead.
Yeah.
And like that's just a natural way of like some people just react like that.
Well, they're also like
the
7
absurdity of
beers in at that point.
Yeah.
At least.
Yeah.
Phil, what do you think?
Okay, I got a good quote here.
Okay, great.
I'm going to give this 5 out of 5. No. They said it in the movie. It's in there.
Great. Yeah, they did say it a few times. Anyway, so that was that movie. I'm
surprised, genuinely. I went into this and I was like, I'm just gonna push my way through, and then it ended up being a really good movie.
Yeah, it's a good movie. Yeah, and I am a sucker for the like brother, male relationship movie. Anyways, so I was like, I'm either gonna hate this or I'm gonna love this. I'm like, I think I love this.
We did spend half the movie trying to figure out if Peter Falk had a glass eye.
He does. The answer is he does.
He does indeed. But we won't tell you which one.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious.
It's pretty obvious.
All right. So last week I rolled a 1, and it's Phil's turn, correct?
Yes.
Which means you have to pick a film based on an actor from this one.
Yes. And I wanted to pick Ned Beatty and watch Thunderpants.
What is that?
Oh gosh.
But I don't think I'm going to.
Don't do that.
Okay. There are genuinely so many good picks.
Because most of this, like, there's not a lot of actors in it, but who is in there are character actors. So they're in so much stuff.
Thought about Wild Wild West.
Okay.
Thought about Blade Runner.
Yep.
Thought about Romeo plus Juliet.
Okay.
Okay.
Scorpion King 4.
Ugh.
Oh dear.
And 5 Now Dog 5. Rango, which I haven't seen.
Oh, Rango, yeah.
Rosemary's Baby,
Mm-hmm.
The Dirty Dozen. There's so many movies to pick,
Yeah.
but I think I'm gonna pick The Iron Giant.
Okay.
What? Who's the Iron Giant?
Emmett Walsh.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's in it. So he was Emmett Walsh was in this movie. You know him from so many things. Who was he?
I said he
this?
was in Knives Out. That's like his last movie. He was
Yeah.
the security guard that you see for a minute, but he's in.
He's just
Again,
like,
you've seen him.
Yeah, he's just like kind of old curmudgeon-y man
Mhm.
in
Even in the 70s,
so
he
many
was old
movies.
curmudgeon bus
Yeah.
driver.
old curmudgeon-y bus driver in this. That's what it was. So he's in The Iron Giant, which is a very
Wait, who
special
was
and
he in
important
this movie then?
He was the bus driver.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I was looking him up while you were talking, so I only half heard what you said.
That's we're used to that.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, so that's the movie. I know we've all seen it.
Yeah, oh yeah.
But it's just good.
Yeah.
Just-
I'm excited to see that one again. It's been a while.
It's a winner.
So Craig, I rolled a what did I roll? I rolled a D5. No, sorry, a D8, and I got 5. So that's director of photography or cinematographer.
Isn't it your pick?
It is my pick. Why did
Yeah.
I say it to Craig?
I don't know.
I don't know.
It's just,
You want me to give you another pick?
yeah, you want another one?
Yeah.
I'm bad at this. Okay, so I have to figure out the director of photography, cinematographer from. Oh, wait a minute.
I don't know if that's gonna work.
Isn't it just
It's animated.
It's an animated. That's interesting. Maybe I'll just roll again. What do you think?
Let's
I
see.
mean, yeah, I feel like if it was gonna be anyone, it's Brad Bird, but
Yeah, but then we're
I
just
don't think
stuck
that's
in
an
animation.
official-
Yeah, I don't know though. Well, how about I roll again? And
Yeah, I think that's fair,
I rolled
'cause there
again.
isn't-
I got 6. I got one we haven't done yet. I don't think. Maybe we have. Composer.
no, I don't think we've done
Yeah, I
that.
don't think we've done composer.
Oh,
Let's see.
okay.
Michael Kamen
What's that?
Like
is
an
the
alligator?
composer.
Oh.
So Die Hard, Brazil, X-Men. Ooh, Event Horizon.
Oh, all right. Cool. I got options.
Like all the Die Hards.
Nice.
Lethal Weapon movies. Baron Munchausen.
Oh gosh, I've tried to watch that movie so many times.
Ooh, Adventures in Babysitting.
And
I've seen this. Why did I have this marked as not being seen?
Anyways, all right. So next week we're doing Iron Giant.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you for liking and subscribing to the podcast. We're on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. If you want to tell us who your best friend is, who you secretly want killed.
Oh, it's not a secret.
It's not a secret.
This episode is brought to you by Jack Kessel.
Woo.
Hooray.
My wife.
If you, well, who cares? If you want to hear your name shouted at it or help support us, consider becoming a patron at patreon.com/mumbleandtrug.
If you like what you heard, consider leaving a review on any of our platforms. That's all for this episode. I'm Phil Kessel.
I'm Will Chodes.
And I'm Craig Norland.
Nope, you are Willie and Craigie.
Oh, right. I'm Willie Chodes.
And I'm Craigie Norland.
Craigie
Craigie
Nodes.
Nors.
Craigie Nors.
Don't watch movies. That's it.
Okay. Yeah, especially if that movie is Avatar. Definitely don't watch the movie Avatar. It's terrible.
Brought to you by Mumble and Shrug Productions.